Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the stream. Today, as the title of the stream suggests, we are heading back into the world of Final Fantasy. And I believe someone has just subscribed. Look at that. I've only just started. Just been informed it's my 2-month anniversary of being your subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing again for the 2nd month in a row. Heck yeah. I would like to be able to say enjoy your 2nd emote, but it still hasn't been approved, which is mightily frustrating. But you'll notice that everything's just a little bit smaller on the screen at the moment. That is because Final Fantasy VIII has a weird aspect ratio. So let's kick back, I suppose. As I said, it's been a while since we've done Final Fantasy Friday. So I'm hoping everybody enjoys some Final Fantasy VIII today. It'll be a good time, I'm sure. We've got a wonderful, wonderful introduction cutscene. Hello, mate. Say hello to Daniel for me. Hello, Daniel. How are you, my friend? I hope you're having a lovely day. We're playing some Final Fantasy VIII today. It's going to be a good time. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Good to see you. I've got a feeling I'm probably going to need to turn my TV down. We'll find out in a second. I can't remember where I put my TV remote. That'd be handy, wouldn't it? There it is. Good stuff. But yes, I hope you all enjoy the stream today. As I said, we're kicking off Final Fantasy Fridays again with Final Fantasy VIII. You're probably all getting your Final Fantasy content at the moment from people like Death's Hand and Mandy Muncher. But yeah, I'm gonna take it back a bit to PS1 days. You're good. That's what I like to hear. I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Alive and kicking. Can't ask for more. Can't ask for more. I have my nice bottle of orange juice. I have a nice fizzy can of Wake Up juice, courtesy of Meggy Pom. Happy days. Yeah, having a good time. And we kick off the stream straight off the bat with a 2-month sub. Can you believe it? What a good time. What a good time. So I don't know how many of you have played or seen Final Fantasy VIII before, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. Let's have a look, see. Cool. Okay. I think the audio levels are fine. They should be. They look alright. I don't think the game's too loud. Just I didn't do much prep for today's stream for like the first time in a while, so it's not going to be a massively long stream today because I do have D&D that I need to sort. So, you haven't seen or played it? Well, with any luck, you'll enjoy what's on display. The levelling up system is questionable, but the story's certainly something. We're high schoolers in this one, so yeah. Curse of the old Final Fantasy on the PS1 up until sort of Final Fantasy X. You can't skip cutscenes. Hey, I really like the junctioning system. And Yorkie is back in the chat. It's been a while, my friend. Nice to see you again. I'm just waiting on my extra subs to be, my extra emotes to be authorized, I guess. I submitted them a couple of days ago, and it was like, you should normally hear within 48 hours. We're approaching 3 days now, so a little bit miffed about that. Our schedules align for once. They do indeed, my friend. It's a rarity nowadays, that is, I'll tell you. That Sifa, he won't listen to anyone. Let's see, your instructor is... At least they didn't make me say her surname because I don't think I could pronounce that. Come get your student. So you'll see, for those of you that are new to the chat, we've added some. We've changed the name of the Ferryman coins to souls, and they've all got little soul icons. Apart from the Final Fantasy related ones, you can redeem those points and directly influence the stream in some way, shape or form. So if you get bored, they're there for you to play with. This is some good texture smoothing. I'm not sure if that's sarcasm or not. I'm going to go ahead and say it probably is, because it doesn't look amazing on my screen. I knew it would be either you or Sifa. I love the little bandage on his head. So the introduction's actually quite it's quite an action-packed introduction. The first sort of like half an hour or so is a little bit slow, but like I like how the tutorial system for this game is just, here's a boss, go kill it and it becomes your friend. That's your tutorial. It's none of your business. The last time I played this, it had none, so it's obviously... Well, this is the remaster. The only thing that's been remastered about it that I can see is the character models have been updated. They've kept the original soundtrack. And I think they've just rezzed up the backgrounds a little bit, but you can see even there that they're a little bit blurry, but it is what it is. Good morning, class. Let's start with today's schedule. Seem to be rumours flying around since yesterday. Yes, the field exam for seed candidates will begin later this afternoon. Those not participating and those who failed last week's written tests are to remain here in the study hall. Imagine that, you fail and all your mates are off to go and get their... pass their exams, and you've been told, no, you can't stay at home when this happens, you've got to stay in the study hall. Dan, better keep the original soundtrack. It's an absolute masterpiece, hands down, mate. That's what I think. That's probably Final Fantasy VIII's strongest sort of quality, I guess. I do love Final Fantasy VIII. I wish it had been treated a little bit better in terms of like development. Let's. Oh no, I don't want to go that way. I want this. Thank you. Turn on the power, and we're going to get our goofs. I haven't played this one either. Well, I hope you enjoy what you see of it. Confirmed GF data for Squall. So GFs in this game are summons. For those of you that are wondering. There we go. We start with Shiva straight off the bat, so I'm happy with that. Right, we're not going to read any of that because I know what I'm doing. I'm done. So what we're going to do is we're going to junction Shiva onto Squall because we like Shiva. That'll do. We've got no magic to junction. So basically, excuse me, to improve your characters in this game, it's not just a simple case of leveling up. Magic is assigned to every stat as long as you've got the relevant stat unlocked from a GF, which is as awkward as it sounds. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. Blah, 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 blah. No one cares. We could take this opportunity to go and fiddle about in the training centre. Rally Poo, where's my waifu's Lulu and Shiva? You need to play Triple Triad. Well, Lulu isn't sadly in Final Fantasy VIII, but there's your Shiva for you. Which coincidentally, I'm glad you brought that up because I need to learn this straight away for when we get some magic. So Squall can actually do some damage with his basic attacks. Selphie is one of my favourite party members, so will be nice to Selphie. She's got a really silly name as well. So, it's homeroom over. It is Selphie. It is. This place is so much bigger than my last garden. I just transferred here. Do you think you can give me a quick tour of this garden? Why not? It's very, very simple. We don't have to explore the entirety of the garden. Now, this is one of the reasons why I was a little bit sort of... like, I get a little bit sort of dissociated from Final Fantasy VIII is the character following system. Look at this. Look. They just mimic what you do. Give me the cards. I do love Triple Triad. Thank you very much. I'm going to suck at that for the first few games. Card Convert is also a skill I get early game. Really helps with the early weapon upgrades. That's a very good shout as well, my friend. I think that's on the Electric Bird. Or is that on Ifrit? I can't remember. It's been a while since I played 8. Like, properly, anyway. In fact, I think the last time I played it, you and I were making videos for it. Well, this is it. Barlam Garden is pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go. We don't need to do that, but we're just doing this to be nice to Selphie. But a fun fact about this as well. This is almost like a fast travel. Oh, hello, look at this. He's on a 6-month streak. Look at that. Folks. What a good time to be alive it is today. We've had a 2-month and a 6-month. Last time I was able to watch it was 5 months. That's madness. Absolute madness. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. It is humbling, to say the least. Just to see how far we're going. And also, look how close to 100 followers we are now. Like, yesterday we got raided by Mandy Muncher, who brought in 17 people. And we had a consistent amount of like between 15 to 20 people watching at all times for about 3 hours. It was a fantastic time yesterday. But yes, this fun fact is a quick travel system that you can only use, I think, on disc 1. When you get to disc 2, they just stop using it, and I have no idea why. Now the East Block. This is the training centre. Blah blah blah. I'm only doing this just to benefit Selfie, and there's absolutely no need for me to do it. But we're going to do it anyway because why not? Headmaster's office is on the 3rd floor. Guess what? His name is Sid, because we need a Sid in every Final Fantasy game. Right, that's you done. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Quick, quick, quick! Stop this guy! Stop him! Right, we're already getting in with the card game. Watch me suck immediately. I want this one, and this one, and this one. So I've got a good up, I've got a good right. Haven't really got a decent down or left. And to be honest, oh well, that's a decent left. The best down I have is a 4. Don't make me go for that. That's so unfair. Right, so he's got 3, 2, 5, 1, and 3 as ups. 3, 5, 3, 5, 5 for left. 4, 3, 6, 3, 5 for right. And 5, 1, 3, 3, 5. So we could beat this guy, but I highly doubt it. So I'm trying to think of how I want to bait this guy in. Let's hope for the best. I didn't think he would do that. But what can you do? Well, at least we've saved one card. And lost another. Okay. I think we might win this. Nah, it was a draw. That's annoying. Worth a go. The reason I stopped that gentleman in particular is because he has a special card. It's a Moogle. So we'll try and get we'll try and do another game of Triple Triad, and if that doesn't work out, then we'll carry on and go on to our first mission, I suppose, as it were, before we become Seed. I wouldn't mind going into the training centre to draw some more magic, but it's not massively necessary, because if you go in there, you spend ages in there, and then you spend ages in there, then you become overpowered, and then the game becomes a joke. Do you play cards? Do you play cards? You don't play cards. Do you play cards? You don't play cards. Apparently I'm a problem child, which is hilarious because I look like, well, I look older than I should be. I'm sure there's someone in the library that will play cards with me. DJ Gamer Wolfie, how's it going, my friend? How are you? Right. Well, it's worked out for us last time, so that's a good left. That's a good up. That's a better up. Although I'm probably going to use that anyway. That's good, right. Well, let's stick with these again. Okay, well they're very strong, so that's annoying. So his best lefts now are 4, 2, 3 and 5. Which is really irritating, because if I want to take that Skelly Bro that he's put down, he's going to be able to take my... he's going to be able to take my card. So his best right is a 5. I'm thinking, no, sorry. His best best left is a 5. Which I guarantee he'll put down there. Well, we'll try it. He didn't do it. Huh. That's interesting. What is this guy playing at? Sick. The guy at the front desk confiscates cards and has some good ones. Yeah, I don't want to tempt fate on that one. But DJ Game Wolfie has redeemed Hydrate, so I'm going to. I wonder what card's worth taking out of here. I like the Forbidden, but I don't have, like, my best down as a 4, so I'm thinking probably Ruby Dragon. Either Ruby Dragon or Tri-Face, because Tri-Face is decent because he's got 5s on all sides, apart from the 3. I'm going to go Ruby Dragon. Decent. We'll play one more card game. I don't want this whole stream to just be card games. We need to actually study for our seed exam. I'm going to use the same team as before, so I don't sort of lose my new good card. So and I get to go first this time. Oh, he's got some good cards in there. I think I might lose this one. 4-4, 6-3-2. Well, he can beat me for anything on that side. So, what can I beat of his? Probably take that Cactuar. Let's give that a go. Let's hope he takes it. He didn't. What an arse. Well, I think I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm not winning this match. Well, it was a good run, folks. Damn. Oh well, never mind. Also, there is a hidden draw point in the library. There is in this corner, isn't it, I think? There he is. Asuna. I'll take that. Oh, 10? Juicy. That is juicy. Right, let's actually play the game now. As opposed to playing a card game. Can you get out of the way for me, please, sir? Thank you very much. Oh, are you okay, Squall? Do you want to... There we go. Do, 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 do. Well, that wasn't the worst return. We got at least one decent card. We need to play the guy, him running around at some point for that Moogle card. But we'll come back for it. There is a mystery book in the library as well. I did not know this. Where is the mystery book? Do, 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 do. I did not know there was a mystery book in the shelves near the draw point. Well, we'll give it a go. Let's see what's going on. Are you gonna... Or is he just gonna be in the way? Why do I get the feeling it's gonna be where he is? Sort off. I don't think it's letting me do anything. We'll try the other side of the bookcase. Oh, hang on. Occult fan. Heck yeah. I think they're... Odell Burke, 67, of Timber, was tending to his field when he found a dead monster after hearing a loud impact sound. Mr. Burke said it occurred while he was making a fence with steel pipes. An extremely strange death. Sick. Well, that's one. Also, can we talk about how cool the Barlam Garden uniform is? The seed uniform's cool, but the actual garden uniform is awesome. Oh, we need to go out, not in. There we go. And I think there's another draw point up here for cure, which could be massively handy, folks. There it is. I would like some of that, please. Thank you. 8. Well, the game is favouring us today, so I'll take that. We're not going to need to use Asuna anytime soon, so we might as well junction that. Just put it straight onto Spirit then, I guess. There's a hidden draw point around here as well, but I think you actually have to have the move find ability on to find it. I just don't remember where exactly it is. I have a few things to explain before we head off. GF gives us strength. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation of junctioning a GF. Haha, not today, Quistis. Not today. You can get the hidden draw points without them. Fair. I know there is one in here somewhere, in this particular screen, but I can't remember where it is. But let's give Quistis our other GF. There we go. I think I might... No, I think I will leave draw on for now. Because we're going to need to get her some magic at some point. And here we go. Look at how... how horrible this world map looks. Oh, this has not aged well. Battle system though, and the theme tune, oh, top tier. The funniest thing about Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 is the battle systems are locked to. They can be locked anywhere between 15 and 30 frames per second. But the menu system is locked to 60. I want to take some of this, please. I don't know what it is, but I want some. Fire. Decent. Not as going to help us in the cavern that we're about to head into, but... I also need to change the speed of the battle at some point. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to... get junction strength at some point. Oh, I missed the critical. What have we got here? I have to move my magic around from the early characters to the ones I plan on using. That's generally what I do too, to be fair. Especially if I draw too much. I think we'll find out what this is, and then we'll kill this thing, and then I'll change the speed of the battle, because that's taking an age to happen. One of the things I do like though is when a character is unavailable because of like plot related information, they're still on the menu screen, so you can still take their magic away. I wish Quistis would hit me with her whip. I'm so lonely. Also, hey. How's it going, Dan? You alright, mate? Bit more of a laid-back stream this one today. Nothing too overbearing happening. That was a bit of a waste, to be honest, not going to lie. I would prefer to get, actually, all of the junctioning ones first before I do anything, so I can actually have some sense of character progression. That was what I was going to do. Battle speed. Up you pop. That'll do. Perfect. We're good to go. Junction in magic. Now pay attention. Ha! I'm not paying attention to that. I'd rather stumble blindly into the dark. I already know how to use my gunblade. This isn't my first Final Fantasy VIII rodeo. Get boost. Yeah, that's a good shout. It's only 10 and will help with bosses. Also not taking some blizzards. To be honest, probably not. Shiva will do the job for me, I reckon. I'm ready. I'm his support. If I had blizzards, I'd put it to 10 minutes, but I think we'll stick with 20. 20 should be more than enough. Let me in. I also appreciate the fact that they don't start the timer immediately from when you say what time you want it to be set to, like they did on the PS1. Like the moment you select it, it's like, right, time's draining. No one cares, Quistis. You're making us waste time. We just want to bop the boss. And also grab the fire draw point that's a little bit further up. Worst bit is it also counts down in the menu. Yeah, it does. It's horrible. I'm going through Final Fantasy IX as well, but most of my hours have gone into Tetramaster. Mate, to be honest, we kick-started this this stream with some triple triad, so I feel ya. There we go. The battle speed is a heck of a lot more bearable now. Cool. As I said, I'm not massively fussed on collecting too much magic straight away, because otherwise we'll be here all day. But I will make a point of drawing at least like as much magic as possible in a fight that isn't overbearing. Squall's already got some fire, so that... Whoa, 13! Christ! These draw points like me today. Ooh, bombs. Yeah, I think... I think Yorkie's suggestion of unlocking boost would be a good shout. I think these bombs only have fire to draw, so... Enjoying your day off murdering aliens and whatnot. Oh, Belle's here as well. Hello, Belle. I like this daytime streaming. Now I have something to watch while I work. I feel ya. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Shiva is great. Alright, it takes a while, but worth it. There we go, she leveled up already. I know this is technically counted down in the background, but whatever. Now, we'll stick with that for now, because we're not going to have enough fights to level up boost from now until the boss. Back attacked? That's a bit rude. Must remember to heal before we go into the fight with the boss. Also, I always really found it weird that they gave you... Hey, look at that, blizzards. I always found it weird that they gave you a timer to get to and fight the boss. But it doesn't sort of continue until you get, like, once you beat the boss. Back attacked, how on earth are you not going to see that big bastard? Yeah, I know. Look at the size of him. I shall hydrate now. I'm enjoying listening whilst I review care plans at work. Good stuff. Right. I think that's enough magic for now. I think what we'll do as well is move those blizzards we just got from the Squall and give them to Twisticles. Because Squall's going to just focus with Shiva most likely in that boss fight. That was the one thing that sort of did bother me a slight amount, was how much you have to rely on GFs in boss fights. Because they just do an obscene amount of damage. I'm not ready yet. Oh, damn it, too late. Never mind, forgot to heal. I'm sure we'll be fine. There he is. 15 minutes to beat Ifrit. Easy, mate. Look at him. Bush. Boss battle music for this game is so good. It's so good. I don't think he's got much health either. I think it all depends on the level you are when you go in here, because I think this was like the first Final Fantasy game where the enemies scaled up with you, and I think it was the only one that did it. I think ever, thinking about it. Because I know the enemies didn't scale up with you on Final Fantasy VII, and I know they didn't in Final Fantasy IX. They don't in Final Fantasy X. I'm playing through 12 at the moment and they haven't. Oh, rest in pieces, Quistis. That sucks. I would like to see this game remastered in the same way Final Fantasy VII was one day. Yeah, man, absolutely. There was, back in the day, when Sakaguchi was still in charge of like, the Final Fantasy franchise, there was talk of Final Fantasy 7, 8 and 9. I don't have item on me, no. There was talk of Final Fantasy 7, 8 and 9 being remastered for, well, remade, sorry, for PlayStation 2, but they threw that idea out of the water, out of the window, because Spirits Within happened and lost them a lot of money. That should be enough. Apparently not. We'll be fine. Must admit though, I've never had a party member die in this fight before. That's generally because I over-level in the training grounds. Come on, really? You're still standing? Oh, hello. There we go. Watch him kill you. So much faith. So much faith. Get bopped. That's all I've got to say on that. And we got Ifrit's card and 20 AP that we really could have used on Quistis, but whatever. Does she not know that I don't know how to junction my GF and magic and stuff? Right, get out, Quistis, you lazy git. That'll do. I suppose we should probably junction it for the time being. None of that improves it, so that's only slightly annoying. Does Asuna improve it? No. Cool. Okay, well that's fine. Did they fix the limit break glitch? What was the glitch? Remind me. Or at least we've got some time now to carry on stocking some more magic. Give me all the thunders now. Kill that bat in the stupid face. Now I'm gonna draw some scan because I need some. You can rapidly move between party members with full ATB gauges, and sometimes Zell and Squall would get the option to do their limit breaks irrespective of health. I don't know if they fixed that, because you can still do multiple limit breaks when you're on low health, and I've never really tried it with multiple party members. So what we'll do is at some point we'll give that a go. We'll see if it still exists. Hello, Mr. Bomb. How are you today, sir? How would you like to wait for Twisticles to have a turn so she can cast Blizzard on you? Bonk. So the real question is, folks, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, what Final Fantasy game has your favourite bomb design? Bosh. I'll take the level ups, even though they're like massively meaningless apart from HP. I completely forgot to give Ifrit something to learn, and I've done it again. I need to stop doing that. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll give Ifrit the ability to boost for now. Right, okay. So we finished our first part of our exams. We have the main exam proper coming up now. God, the overworld has not aged gracefully. The problem that I think Final Fantasy VIII has over 7 and 9 when it comes to aging is they tried really hard to go for realism. It's almost like a proto Final Fantasy 15, where they've gone, right, everything needs to be realistic, the characters need to be realistic, the world needs to be realistic. And unfortunately, I don't think it translated well in the age. As it aged. Howdy, buddy, how's it going? 9's design for bomb was cute. Best bombs are in 9, mate. I think it's one of the most iconic scenes, isn't it, really, from sort of like the early days of PS1 and Final Fantasy, is that scene where Queen Bran summons the bomb to try and stop the I think it's called, what was the Tantalus ship called? I can't remember its actual name off the top of my head. But that scene, it's giving me goosebumps thinking about it. But no, I have to agree with you. Best bombs are or not. That's it. Prima Vista. That was it. No one cares about the tutorial. Thank you very much. Now go change into your uniform. I absolutely will do. I absolutely will do. As soon as I take that GF off of you. And your magic. And in fact, I'm going to take all of your magic away. Oh, bugger. I did not mean to do that. There we go. Thanks. Oh, hello. More cure. Don't mind if I do. Steiner refuses to turn around and he just proceeds to get huge. Steiner, hands down, my favourite Final Fantasy character of all time. You can tell why 9 is my favourite Final Fantasy game. The thing I love about Steiner is, like, he's one of the only sort of characters that I can think of off the top of my head that has such an amazing sort of, like, character progression. He starts off as this proper sort of, like, God save the Queen, stiff upper lip, sort of, like, just grumpy old man. And it's like he sees like his whole morals, everything about his sort of character just slowly fall apart around him because he's believed in such bullshit his whole life. And he's just got his character arc is amazing. That and the fact that he walks around, every time he walks all you can hear is clank, is just so funny to me. But hands down, Steiner, my favourite Final Fantasy character of all time. No question. Right, let's get changed in our uniform. That was another thing that I wanted to show you guys that I don't know if you know, but in in the original version of Final Fantasy VIII, there's a scene coming up where you will get in a car, and you have to drive the car to Barlam Town. There is a really, really stupid thing that you can do in Barlam Town with that car, and I'm going to show it to you shortly. I am, however, because I've had to hydrate so much already, going to just quickly nip to the loo, so I shall be right back. Hey, bish bash bosh. Let's continue. Let's continue. I didn't mute you this time, so I wouldn't forget. Zell Dinched, quite a lively fellow. What's everyone's favourite character in Final Fantasy VIII? That's the question. Seeing as though we're playing Final Fantasy VIII. Who's your favourite character? Whoa, I'm with you. Squall is such a grumpy bitch, baby, isn't he? I remember everybody who loved Final Fantasy games when this game came out, and they were my age, so around about sort of between sort of 13 and sort of 15, everybody wanted to be like Squall. He's so moody, he's so cool. Excuse me, but that Sifa you're talking about, he's your squad leader. It can't be changed. There he is. I think for me it's Irvine. He has a good character arc. He does have a decent character arc, to be fair. I like at first he starts off as this sort of like weird womanizer, doesn't he? Again, because there's people in the chat that haven't played this game or seen this game, I won't spoil it for you, but his character arc is really cool. Zell is your favourite party member. I like Zell as well, to be fair. I'm trying to think of the scene that you're referring to, and I think I know the one you're on about. My favourite character, I've already said it straight at the beginning of the stream. My favourite character in Final Fantasy VIII is Selphie. She's my favourite party member. I love her little story. I love her sort of like resilience. I don't like her outfit design. That's weird. Oh yeah, the sniper tower thing. Yeah. It's the only thing I don't like about Selphie. Like, she's my favourite character in this game. But yeah, she her outfit is atrocious. Also, they ruined Sid in this game for me. Look at how clean his design is on the screen right now. But I'm going to see if I can do it for you. Give me one moment. Let me see if I can find it. So, for example, look at how clean look at how clean that image is of Sid right there, and how fantastic that is, right? But it's been ruined for me because in the PS1 version of Final Fantasy VIII, Sid looked a hell of a lot like Mr. Robin Williams. And he don't look like that no more. You tell me that he doesn't look like Robin Williams on his PS1 stuff. Look at that. PS1 Robin Williams. Remastered Robin Williams. Now, it bothers me. You're right, he does have Tidus hair. He does have Tidus hair. Like, don't get me wrong, the upscaling of these characters is amazing, but Sid is the only one I can't stand. PS1 Sid was basically Robin Williams to me. It was canon, and I've never been able to unsee it since. And it makes me sad. But there you go. There's that little bit of information for you. It does look so much like him, yeah. But in this, they've just given him a massive chin. And I wonder if it's because he looked like Robin Williams they changed it. Should you fail, these members shall get the job done. They always do. That's one less worry off your mind. I need to get some WD-40 for this brand new chair that I have because it squeaks like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, he does have Tidus hair, and now I can't unsee that either. So thank you for that, James. That was fantastic. See, and now look at the background and how that hasn't upscaled. There's some weird things going on with this remaster. Please bear my children, you sexy motherfucker. Hello, Jay. Nice to see you again, my friend. The fact that you can still talk to his really weird, blurry background is odd to me in and of itself. But what can you do? How are you, Jay? Nice to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I saw your hoodies today on your Instagram. I want one. As soon as I have disposable income, I'm going to buy one. Right, I need to show you the stupid thing you can do with this car now. Well, after this scene. This scene is quite funny, to be fair. School is such a moody bitch, baby. You missed the Tidus laugh. No, I didn't. I just chose to actively ignore it. Say something, will ya? What's on your mind? Nothing. Tell you another character who didn't, in my opinion, didn't really benefit from their model upgrade was Rinoa. I don't like Rinoa's model upgrade. Zell is Russell Crowe from South Park. Do you know what, mate? I can see that. I can see that. Who was that girl in the infirmary this morning? And Sifa delivers the iconic line that I don't think anybody who's played Final Fantasy VIII has ever not quoted at some point in their life. This is great. I have a chicken worse than a guy who just reached puberty in my squad. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. I mean, I can be if we try hard enough. Right, are you guys ready for me to do the stupid thing with the car that is completely optional but is always funny to me? Ready? Look at that. You don't. There's absolutely no need for you to be able to do that. But if you hold left or right on the D-pad and hit square and X as quickly as possible, it just looks ridiculous. I'm all good, thanks, man. Taking some time for myself the last few months. Now feeling a lot better. More importantly, how are you? Also, you absolute star. I would never expect you to, but it means a lot. Mate, they look banging. I want one. I need one. I need one in my life. I'm not too bad, my friend. Surviving, profiling, styling. I apologise for speaking like that. Yeah, not too bad. Going a little bit stir crazy with lockdown. Aren't we all? But my brain is allowing me to stream on Twitch again without fear of failure. So there's that. Little victories. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. You have been furloughed as well. Yeah, I saw that, man. Good. I know it's not a good time, but you need it, mate. You need that rest. Nice to meet you. At least you're getting full pay, though, to be fair. Furloughed with full pay. To be honest, Dan, I need to be careful what I say here, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised that about the opening hours more than anything else. Right now, I'm surprised about those. Also, can we talk about how very white American Zoo looks? In the original, she looked a heck of a lot more Japanese, but her upscaled model just looks very Western. Wait, yes, Western. I don't know why I had to think about the compass then in my head. Idiot. Seed candidates are to eliminate the G army inside the city. Sounds important. Sounds boring. Where are we? Unfortunately, this is a flying visit for myself, so I'll catch you later. Well, thank you so much for coming, James. I really appreciate it, mate. It's absolutely lovely to see you. But yes, we'll have to record some more stuff for the channel at the weekend, or just play in general. It'll be a good time. Where are we? I've got to teach you some cool new shit when you come back too. Exciting, yeah. I've heard there's some new stuff. I imagine we must be out of lockdown soon. There's parts of me that sort of like, there's a lot of me that wants things to go back to normal now. But there's another part of me that's like, just keep this lockdown going for as long as humanly possible, so that we never have to go back into one ever again, because I can't deal with that anymore. I don't want to get back into a decent like cycle of normal life only to be told, yeah, no, we're gonna have to lock down again, because that will drive me nuts. Yeah, lockdown has finally taken its toll. Got to take every day as it comes. I'm glad you feel comfortable streaming again. This brings me so much joy. Mate, I'm just pleased to see you here. It's a good time. It's been nice. We've had some old and new faces alike over the past week, which has been humbling to say the least. This is an iconic cutscene, as it were. My dad is here as well. I see you in the users, just lurking. I see you, Dad. Nice to see you. I was looking at numbers earlier, and cases at the moment are still about 3 times higher than they were during the first peak. Yeah, and yet they're talking about lifting the lockdown already. Like, what? Are you mad? 100% man, hoping this lockdown is the last. Nothing worse than getting back into the swing of normality just to get locked away again. I just can't deal with it, Jay. I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I am financially screwed on furlough. Like, I have struggled big time over the past couple of months. I just want a normal wage packet. And I want to be able to go from 1 month to the next, not worrying about my electricity bill. That's all I want. That's all I want. Boris is mad. Just look at his hair. I mean, to be honest, I can't stand that bloke. I can't stand him as far as I can throw him. Lockdown is finally getting to me though. I was fine for 2020, but now I'm struggling. Just want normality again now. Yeah, I think the reason why this one is a lot more difficult than the first one, and to some extent the second one, is because it's not a proper lockdown, so to speak. Like, there are still people going to work for places that are non-essential. There's, you know, so you're still seeing people out and about living their lives. And there's still that, you know, the case numbers are still rising. So it's a tough one. Right, we need to equip a GF into Zell. Our place has done some questionable things with furlough, to say the least. A full paycheck would be nice. I feel for you, mate. I feel for you. I mean, like the Colchester branch of the vape store. I feel bad for that guy. I really do. I think also the novelty has worn off, and we have no idea when the end will be. So it feels like it's dragging on and on. Yeah, that is a big thing about it. I think I think ideally what needs to happen, like in an ideal world, just shut the entire country down. Just shut the borders so you can't have more people coming in with the virus, so to speak. Do it for like a period of like a month at the absolute most. Contain what you can inside your own borders first. Actually stop people moving about unless it's absolutely necessary, i.e. work, for want of a better term, I guess. And support the bloody NHS. Like, I don't know what more you can do. We're just going to pass some of this magic over to Zell as well, because he's going to need some. Because I'm not going to... there's no point in me giving him draw. Might as well give him the ability to use an item. We are non-essential and we're open for 3 days a week for click and collect. And as much as I want to help our customers, and I have nothing against it, the principle of a lockdown just seems pointless. It does, because, like... click and collect is immediately, like, the whole point is for you know, is to avoid, like, spreading the virus, so to speak. But click and collect means you go to the door of said place and interact with another human being. And a lot of the places that are doing click and collect are non-essential, so I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't think anybody really knows the right answer, other than, like, the whole zero COVID strategies that a lot of places have. New Zealand, Australia, they're two big places. I don't want to hear the talk about Sweden again, because that does my nut in. Yeah, it is at this point. But hey, that's why I'm streaming, for escapism. And the hope that maybe one day I can make a living talking to you guys whilst playing video games. Isn't that a novel concept, folks? Central Square is up ahead. Hey all you cowards, come out and show your faces. Don't leave me hanging now. Alright mate, see you later. Bye. I'm gonna need some more thunder magic. Actually, I'm probably gonna need trying to think now. There is definitely some particular magic that I need, because we've got a boss coming up. There may be more. Well, there is one area we can find them. Up here, the sneaky swines. Hello, boys. J. Jupiter just redeemed no items in battle for 5 fights. That's not annoying in the slightest. We'll be fine. Might have to add one for no drawing magic at some point as well. We'll see how that flies for now. But well done on redeeming your 500 souls. I will be sure to not redeem any, use any items in a battle for 5 fights. Well, 4 now. So. Well then, we're on standby until the time comes. Standby. How boring. Talking of which. I would like some more cure, please. I'll have 10. Good stuff. So I think you just have to do a little bit of a loop until the dog annoys Sifa. Yeah, that's right. Sounds like it's starting. Add a little bit of spice, yeah. Well, that means I can't use items in the boss battle unless I manage to get 4 fights between here and there. So that'll be interesting. Nothing. Man, now this is what I call boring. This ain't right. Well, I've got a feeling, I know what happens, but I've got a feeling they're probably going to break protocol. That's what I reckon's going to happen, folks. Who knows? I wouldn't like to think what it must be like to be in this sort of scenario, where you're basically 3 teenagers who are being trained up to be a part of an army that's run by a school, and you're basically you're in a war zone against fully trained soldiers. It's a bit messed up, if you ask me. It's a good opportunity to test out my training. Thanks to you, I feel like I can take on anyone, even if they do fight dirty like you. What the hell? I thought you guys didn't get along, now you're all buddy-buddy now. Gets called a Boy Scout. The enemy is headed for the facility. We, Squad B, are going to secure the summit. Now move out. Well, off to the summit we go, folks. I think we might actually get to fight our first monster fight, as it were, in this area soon. Well, if we're only going to keep getting one enemy at a time, it isn't going to cause me too much problems. Sick. Well, 3 fights left. When you put it like that, it makes it seem like... Yeah, it does. It actually does, mate. Metal Gear, man. I need to find a way to play this on play that on stream at some point. I do want to play Metal Gear 5 again at some point. Well, you need to be able to draw more magic than just 2 pieces. Lovely job. Shakaka! Oi oi, good old John Hatton is back in the stream. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. To see you nice. If you're not already, I'm sure you are, but if you're not already, if you do me the absolute honour of just fondling that follow button, that would massively help me out. We're so close to 100 followers now, it's not even funny. Two battles left with no items. This poor Dollet soldier. Who are you? Don't worry, we're seed candidates. We've been dispatched by Garden. This place has always been a nesting ground for monsters. If you guys are going up, be careful. Be careful, folks. You heard it here first. Listen up, the finishing blow determines the EXP. Save it for me. That's not going to happen, Sifa, I'm afraid. Nobody likes you. Do you have any new magic? You don't. That's not good enough, Squall, I'm afraid. I'm going to need you to do a little bit more damage than that. I mean, I'll take it. It's not much more, but I'll take it. I think I might as well just carry on getting more magic out of this thing. Especially because the boss is coming up. It would be handy if we had more healing magic. I will be annoyed though if it turns out that Sifa is the one that gets the finishing blow on this thing. It's funny how much hook it has. 641 left. Easy. Cool. Just got to be mindful of how much damage we're doing to it then. I think we'll do one more withdraw and cure and then we'll just wail on it. That's annoying. Oh, Sifa's getting close to... oh, there's his limit break. Oh, there we go. Fire cross, no mercy. Well, Sifa's going to get the experience for this now because I like his limit break. And you don't get very many opportunities to see it, so... Oh, we didn't kill it. Okay. Oh, Zell got it. Good man, Zell. Robbing the kill off of Sifa. That's what I like to see. Good, good, good. Still no abilities learned from these GFs, which is a little bit irritating. We must be getting close to at least one. Yeah, we're getting close to HP and strength. Why have I got summon magic on? Oh, we've learned boost. Okay, that's handy. Fire magic refinement, please. Because it saves me having to draw from enemies every 5 minutes, which is always nice. And we've got one battle left with no items. Hopefully it will happen before we get to the boss. There we go. I don't think this thing has any magic worth withdrawing from it. No, we might as well kill this thing. There we go. Easy as you like. Easy as you like. One more fight, folks, and I can junction some strength to an attack stat, which would be nice. The generator is up and running. No problem with the boosters. Well, you'll find out what they're doing shortly, because we're going to go over there because you're a madman. This must be your first real battle. Are you scared? I try not to think about it. The way I look at it, as long as you make it out of a battle alive, you're one step closer to fulfilling your dream. This is getting a little bit sort of intimate, this conversation. I don't know how I feel about it. Freaking hell. There you are. Here we go. It's my favourite character. Yeet. Are you Squad B? Wait a minute, you're the guy that showed me around, right? Thanks, I don't get so lost anymore. See, this is why we're nice to Selfie. My name's Selfie from Squad A. There he goes. One of these days I'm going to tell you about my romantic dream. I love that she just yeets herself off of the cliff with absolutely no regard to her livelihood whatsoever, considering she just stacked it. Squall, you're not gonna. It's a cliff, man. You're not gonna jump off. That's the plan. Yeet! Are you serious? Okay, Selfie's not in our party yet, but she's about to be. Has everyone equipped a GF? You haven't forgotten, have you? You haven't yet, because you've just joined the Part 8A. But you're about to, as soon as I can remember what GF I want to give you. Who's got what? Okay, you've got that one, that's fine. So, you can have Ifrit then. I think that's a fair exchange. And you can have draw as well, as long as one person has got item available to them, just in case, you know, somebody dies. And we're going to need to give you some magic as well. Ugh. Sharing. Well, you're not going to have much. Let's put it that way. Oh, there we go. You can have 8 of those, and you can have 10 of these. Good stuff. There you go. You've got some magic too. I'm wondering if we've got anything that will increase her strength. There we go. Thunder will do. I think we're good with that one. We'll get to the save point, heal up, and then we'll go and fight the big bad bossy. Don't forget to draw from the boss for that juicy siren GF. Good man. Shall not forget, my friend. We've got this. The captain's getting away. Nah, the elevator just came down with nothing on it for no reason. I want this though, please, whatever this is. Blind. Apparently Zell can't draw it because he hasn't got the draw equipped. There we go. Selfie can have the blinds. Again, the only thing really worth drawing from these guys at the moment is Cure. Because offensive magic right now, when I haven't got any magic buffs, is pointless. Get bippity boppity boop, son. Easy as you like. And we've learned the strength junction. Good stuff. Right. Okay, let's have Shiva learn boost. No, we're coming up against a boss. Let's have Shiva learn something decent. Seems like we're coming up against a boss. Ice magic refinement. That'll do. Zell's almost finished HP junction, so I think I might move that for now to card. Just because it would be a massive waste of AP if I didn't. Cool, right. Go gadget up the lift. Don't get excited or you'll fall, like I'm really going to. I would pay money to watch that happen, to be fair. Here we go. It's Biggs and Wedge, folks. There's been a report of a monster-shaped shadow on top of the tower. Major Biggs. Be quiet, I'm busy. This goes like this, and geez, what's with these crappy old tools? And why do I have to make all the repairs? Probably because you're the commanding officer. So I'll check around while the repairs are being done. Cool, right. We've got a couple of boss fights now. But first, interesting cutscene with some banging music, if I do say so myself. At least the cutscene looks half decent. You all thought it was going to be an absolutely amazing weapon of some kind, but no, it's just a giant satellite dish. Likewise, mister, what do you think you're doing? What happened to all the soldiers down below? Wedge, take care of these twerps. Wedge is gone, mate. You've lost him. He has disappeared, mate. We're gonna have to bop you now. Are you crazy? Biggs and Wedge in Final Fantasy VIII, I think, are probably like my favourite iteration of Biggs and Wedge in Final Fantasy. They're just so funny. Oh, I will take that as sooner though. As many of those as humanly possible, please, Squall. Not just one at a time, mate. Give me lots of air sooner because I need it, mate. Primarily for like one or two bosses. That's all I really need it for. So if you could go ahead and just give me a little bit more than just one at a time, I'd really appreciate it. No pay for you this month, Wedge. Should have stayed at home. How is draw failing? Come on now. Behave yourself. Boss battle music for this game is so good. Just one at a time. Do you know what? I'm done trying to gather it. I wonder how much damage we're going to do with this now. Not the worst. That's not the worst. Oh, come on, don't heal him. That's just rude. Wow, just literally healed all of the damage we just did. And this is why I don't like how much you have to rely on summons in this game. Because the only way to do any real substantial damage. And the problem with relying on them is the problem I have with it is that the scenes for the summons are just so long. Okay. Oh, that's better. Well done, Zell. Good man. Ah, good. Right. The main boss. This thing has a lot of hoop, if I remember correctly, and is only weak to wind, and we don't have any access to wind. On your head, old son. I missed the critical again. Right, let's get Zell to pop off with a scan. Let's have Squall withdraw that siren. And let's find out what that question mark magic is. 2,978 HP. Poison has no effect. It's weak to nothing. Its defense is quite low though, which is interesting. It would be even more interesting if we could actually do any decent damage to it, but we'll see. Acquired Siren. What's this hidden magic that you've got then? Double. Oh, that's tasty. Well, know what we're withdrawing from you. I'll have some more of those doubles, please. As soon as my draw function works. We are going to have to use a couple of GFs now for this boss fight, primarily because that's a lot of HP. We also need to get as many of those doubles as we can, for healing purposes mainly. That's not a good enough amount of damage. But I think we've unlocked boost for it now, so we can do this. I think my best for that is like 170. 210. Ugh. I mean, it's better than nothing. This is gonna suck. Right. Right. I'm going to need you to go ahead and not die at some point, Squall. That'd be really beneficial, mate. Not going to lie. Let's use a double on that and then get our boost going. Oh, boost of 125. That's not the worst. And that is why we need double. Especially against bosses like this that have like a hit all ability, I guess. Like that. We're going back to double cure again. Who needs it most? Squall does. It looks like we're relying on the Frit for this boss fight, folks. Let's get some more doubles, please. And drop a potion on Zell. Would help if I actually used the boost function, really, wouldn't it? I don't think this one's going to be as powerful as the last one because I forgot to initiate the boost. Still, better than anything else, I guess. Oh, that storm breath. I'm glad I stopped all of these cures now. I'm not going to lie to you. I wonder if Thunder will do anything different. No, it's just not good enough. Well, we'll pop off another scan just to see how close we've gotten since we started the fight. Oh, we've still got a way to go. 2,000 HP. It's going to be a long old fight, folks. $123. Getting better, slowly. Right, we're down to 1,800. I just wish that our attacks would do, like our magic attacks would just do more damage, but they're just not. It's really, really bad. I didn't really look at the damage that did there, so I'm gonna just hope that it was lots. I'm just gonna actively choose that it was lots of damage. What would be nice, actually, now that I think about it, is maybe a selfie limit break. There we go. Give us a decent one. Blizzara's not a bad shout. Fyra's not a bad shout. I mean, full cure would probably be beneficial after this, to be fair, but I want to do some proper damage. So give me a good one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sod it, full kill, we're going to have to. I would have preferred the damage more than the healing, but this will do. Although, saying that, we might be able to do some decent damage with Zell. We'll keep this going long enough. Come on. Damn it. Missed the last one. 1, 2, 3. Ah, missed it. 4, 5, 6. Oh, rough divide. That's good. That's better than I was expecting. We must be under the 1,000 threshold right now, surely. Yes, 492. We've almost done it, folks. These last 2 GFs should finish it off. Getting them limit breaks when we did was decent. I know I probably should have boosted that attack, but to be honest, it's not really giving you like plenty of... The boost just isn't boosting as much as I was hoping it would. He's low on HP, quick, throw a Pokeball! You know what, mate? The amount of trouble this thing's giving me because it's just got so much HP, I'd love to. Right, let's just wail on it with some basic attacks now, and we should be able to finish it. There we go. Done and dusted at last. At last. I don't know how long that fight went on for, but it felt like an age. I'm not going to lie to you. Do-do-do-do-do. Good stuff. There we go, and we've got Siren as well. Squad B Captain, excuse me, I have new orders. All seed members and seed candidates are to withdraw at 1900 hours, assemble at the shore. An order to withdraw takes priority, I don't want to miss the vessel. What time did you say? Like I said. All seed members and seed candidates are to withdraw at 1900 hours, assemble at the shore. We only have 30 minutes. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure there will be more than enough time to get back to the shore. You're going to see why they gave us 30 minutes in a second. Those little twerps are the targets. Who else wants to give Biggs the voice of James from Pokemon just because he said the word twerps? 100% I do. Okay, right, we're going to save because Mug doing that boss fight again because that took an age. And I think it might be worth just junctioning Siren onto Squall just so we don't lose anything like that. No new abilities to add. Anything to learn? Yes. Tool refinements, please. Although move find would be better, actually. Let's go for move find. And we're going to switch back over to... Nope, we are going to stick with fire refinement. It was... Who was it that was learning something that we changed it over to? That's right. HP junction. Right, let's get out of here. Can anyone say giant metallic robot spider? Fresh air time. I don't know if you've seen what's been going on, but we just fought a giant beastie, and now we've got a giant metallic beastie that wants to do us a bit of a mischief. Oh, he's got a question mark, piece of magic. What have you got there, sir? Protect. God damn it. Yeah, well, yeah, thankfully you haven't really missed much. We just had a very long boss fight that we finally finished. And now we've got 30 minutes to escape where we arrived. Problem is, this time around we're being chased by a giant metallic spider. I think we should be able to run away now. That's enough damage. No, that's not enough damage. That's got to be enough damage, come on, surely. No, that's still not enough damage. Okay, that could be problematic if we're not careful. Come on, surely. Yes, that's enough. Good stuff. I know you can technically kill that thing, but we are nowhere near strong enough to kill that thing right now. Right. Right, folks, let's go, 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 go. Bail. Bail. I thought we already busted that thing up. Forget it, let's go. Go, 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 go. Do, 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 do. I think if you're not careful, you like the most amount of times you can fight this thing, I think it's like 4 times. I don't think you can escape until you've downed it, which is annoying. Donk. Do, do, do. Hit him with that left, right, good night. If only. I just want to escape. Yeah, I think as annoying as it is, we are going to have to use that summon and a couple of thunders every time. Because I can't remember what the threshold is for dropping him before you're allowed to run away. That's got to be enough. There we go. Good stuff. Run, 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 run. No one cares, no one cares, no one cares, no one cares. We just want to leave. Just let us leave. Go, 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 go. Don't pan the camera back, you morons. Just keep running. But I think it's this bit that you can avoid fighting it. There we go. Done it successfully. Cool. Get out of the way, 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 get out of the way. That poor doggo. Run away, doggy. I gotta get out of here. Right, I'm gonna nip to the loo whilst this plays out because I'm busting. Not gonna lie to you. As soon as we can get out of here. Go, 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 go. Just run, folks. It's not worth it. Squad C, withdraw. Just go. Get out. Come on, activate the cutscene. Good stuff. Right, I'll be right back, folks. And we're back. How did it go indeed? That's a very good question. How did it go? All they did was get in my way. Being a leader ain't easy. That's a lie and you know it. Where were you when we had to fight the bosses, you massive loser? That's right, hiding and watching us do it. 20% is when his for his health when he falls. Yeah, that's I'm just glad we're out of that section now. That boss annoys me. Just be back at garden by sundown. You're free till then. Dismissed. Well, I don't think we did a bad job, to be fair. Although we're now going to have to walk back because Sifa is a twat. Might as well walk it. This might be a good opportunity to play some cards. And also buy some items. Thunder found. There we go. Lovely. Bish bash bosh. 10 thunders. Thanks, mate. Do you play cards? You do not play cards. This person makes weapons though, which is always nice. And I can't make any yet anyway, so that's annoying. Right, let's go buy some items. I'm gonna bloody need some, that's for sure. Hi, love. Can I have some pot ions, please? Because I have run out. Wow. Your high potions are expensive and you can keep them. Let's buy some antidotes and some eye drops. And some soft and some echo screen. There we go. We're now broke. Which, you know, art imitates life. Cool. There's not really anything for us to do in the village of Barlam right now, to be honest. The only decent card player in Barlam is Zell's mum, and you can't really play cards with her until much later in the game. We're going to stick to the path, because if you stick to the pavement on this, you don't get random encounters, which I think is hilarious. Because apparently enemies don't attack you when you're on pavement. God, that's not aged well at all, has it? Finally made it back. Well, I guess we just wait for the test results. Till then, see ya, Squall. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. I'll have this though, please. Thanks. So we're almost ready to graduate into being an actual seed. Wouldn't you believe it? Da, 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 da. Hello, mate. I want to play cards with you. Yes, I do. I'm going to use my two very strong cards and my weak ones. So, let's have a go at that one, and that one. Of course I get to go first. His best right is a 6. His best left is a 7. So no matter what I do here, this is gonna suck. Well, might as well take one of his cards. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping. Oh well, it was a draw. Never mind. Rather a draw than a loss, because I do not want to lose that free card whatsoever. Whoo boy. Mission complete. I think we did a pretty good job. The candidates are back safely. Although we didn't realise the Galbadian army was after the abandoned communication tower. The Galbadian army has agreed to withdraw as long as the communication tower is repaired and the uplink remains optional. Functional, rather. Seems like a pretty pointless fight, to be fair, not gonna lie. The results for the exam should be announced soon, so just stick around here. Right, so I think we need to head back to the dorms. I think. Pretty sure that's right.
Very good.
Yo! Got a little raid party going on. What's this all about? Happy day. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing extremely well today. We're playing Final Fantasy VIII, folks. That's what we're doing. I think we're about to pass our exam. I've got to tell everyone to refresh. It doesn't matter. The fact that you've come across is decent in and of itself. How are you, my friend? A mediocre instructor like you will never understand. Sifa is such an arsehat. Yo, Queen's here. How are you today, Queen? Sifa, you'll never be a seed. Calling yourself a captain is a joke. No one likes you, Sifa. You edgelord weirdo. How was your stream anyway, Pete? How did it go? Where are you up to now? You will be disciplined for your irresponsible behaviour. Oh, talk dirty to me, Sid. You must follow orders exactly during combat. But I'm not entirely without sympathy for you. Can we go back to the dorms now? I don't want to listen to Sifa being scolded for being a twat. Headmaster Sid, you have some business in your office. There are so many issues at hand here. Do 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 do. Right, let's go back to the dorm. Apparently I'm still connecting to chat according to Streamlabs, so go figure. There we go. Much better. Much better. Although saying that, it hasn't updated whatsoever, full stop. Okay, so I think we need to chat with everybody at least once before the next bit progresses. Thump, 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 thump. Said they're going to call out names one at a time. Meggy Pom redeemed Hydrate for 150 subs. I swear you just lived to make me piss myself, didn't you? Either that or you're power hungry now because the button works for you. This man will drink much. Fujin was saying that it'd be your fault if Sifa doesn't become a seed. She can be pretty scary, you know. Rage. There we go. Be right back. Gotta make a phone call real quick. No worries, man. Thank you for being here anyway. No, hydrated is good for you. Well, Zell got called, so I'm assuming Zell passed his test. Squall from Squad B, who doesn't have a surname. I love that only 2 people passed. These are the 4 students that passed today's exam. First of all, congratulations. However, from now on, as a member of SEED, you'll be dispatched all over the world. We are proud to introduce SEED, Barlam Gardens Mercenary Soldiers. Burs90, hey Twisty, did you already finish Final Fantasy X? I tuned in yesterday and you were in the Thunder Plains. No, Final Fantasy X was more of a test stream, my friend. Because a lot of people that I follow are playing Final Fantasy X at the moment. I wanted to see if as you can see in the channel points, I've got some Final Fantasy things to redeem. So it was a test stream to see if those Final Fantasy points that are in the channel box would work, and B, to see if people would be interested in Final Fantasy on the stream again. Jack Lobster has now followed. Thank you very much for following, Jack. Welcome to the bonfire. I hope you enjoy your time here, whether you're here for a couple of minutes, the entire stream, or this is your first and only time going to be here. It's massively appreciated, so thank you. But yeah, no, we're playing through Final Fantasy VIII. So, I used to do Final Fantasy Fridays a while ago, and I got the itch for Final Fantasy VIII. So here we are, basically. Long story short, But if there is interest in Final Fantasy X, I'm more than happy to play a game. I do love that game, to be fair. I'm looking forward to the Garden Festival. All good, man. I'm happy with any Final Fantasy. Absolute legend. Try to control your emotions a little. Christ, doesn't he know it? Finally, a gunblade specialist. It makes me wonder how long they've been operating Barlam Garden as like a military school. And they've only just gotten someone that can use a gunblade. Let me give you this. It's a battle meter. Access the menu and you'll see battle report in the information section of the tutorial. It may come in handy for future battles. Thanks, mate. Appreciated. Probably never going to use it. See you later. Good old selfie. Seed, seed, seed. Right, well, let's get our pants round of applause. So we've basically passed our seed exam today. Have a go at that. I wish all exams only took 2 hours from doing the exam to getting your score, but seed rank 5, that's actually quite pants. That was not as good as I normally get. As a seed member, you will be paid a salary at regular intervals. The salary is determined by seed rank. Seed rank goes up according to your actions in battle. Some actions will cause your rank to go down. That will never happen because tests are a thing, and you can take tests and get lots of money, which I think I might do off stream at some point because they're long and boring. Well, what do you think? My seed uniform. You're very cute, Selfie. You are my favourite character in this game. Let's go and get into our uniform. Get changed, please. Heck yeah, we look slamming. I do like the up-res model for Squall, I must admit. It's just a shame they didn't sort the rest of the backgrounds out. But what can you do? Hey, looking good. Alright, let's hit that party. Ah, dearie me. Ah yes, the infamous meme that you can no longer have in the remastered version. Yo. Sup, Squall? Guess we're both seeds now, huh? Here, shake my hand with the hand that has the wine glass in it. There we go, Zell ducking out on his responsibilities. Here comes Selfie. Do you want to join the Garden Festival Committee? You can help out whenever you have time. Please. Of course. We'll do anything for you, Selfie. You're wholesome. You seem to be putting a lot of effort into this. I know we'll be busy with a lot of seed stuff, but let's work hard on the Garden Festival too. Bye! Oh, the banging cutscene's coming up now. Got a call for my COVID jab today. Oh, heck yeah, man. Get that immunity. Or is it just minor protection? Whatever. You get that jab. You're the best looking guy here. You're nervous about it? Any particular reason? Not a needles person? Let me guess, you'll only dance with someone you like. Look into my eyes, you're going to like me. You're going to like me. I can't dance. To be fair, neither can I. The infamous dance scene. Your arm will hurt like a swine afterwards, but it's not too bad otherwise. You've just been ill after jabs before. That's fair. Is your immune system a bit pants then? Because mine's like that. I remember when we had all of our jabs in secondary school years and years and years ago. I got sick as a dog after every single one of them. You had to have your BCG 3 times. You know what? I've even forgotten what the BCG jab was for. It's been that long since I've even thought about that jab that I can't even remember what it's supposed to protect you from. You really are an excellent student. Even that dance was perfect. That's inappropriate conduct, Quistis. I'm a student and you're a teacher. Quick, someone play the Hub theme tune. Oh, tuberculosis. That's another disease / issue that I haven't heard of in years. You're an instructor and I'm your student. It's kind of awkward when you don't say anything. That's true. I was like that myself. Oh, I completely forgot. I wonder what's to become of me. I've come to give you an order. You and I are to go to the secret area. It's where students secretly meet up and talk after curfew. It's inside the training centre. Are we going to tell everyone they're violating a curfew? If that's the case, forget it. Leave that for the disciplinary committee. School is such a one-dimensional character for like the longest time. Go get changed and meet me in the front of the training centre. This will be my last order. Sweet. See you later. Bye. Get changed and meet at the training centre. What's this all about? Right, let's get our standard clothes on. Good stuff. I think I actually had better save now that I think about it. Because I think, and I might be wrong, but I think I might have a boss fight coming up. So I'm actually going to take everything off of both Zell and Selfie for now, because I think I've got a boss fight coming up that includes Quistis. There we go. Da 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 da. Sweet. Okay, that'll do. Lovely job. I think we're going to approach the end of the stream soon, folks, because I've been going now for about 2.5 hours. I've got D&D tonight at 7, so I'm going to need to have some dinner before that occurs. So we'll do this next section, and we'll prepare to leave Barlam Garden again, because that's coming up. We're going to need to leave Barlam Garden again soon. But we'll do this section. We'll do this next boss. Squall, I was just wondering, have you fought a T-Rexor in the training centre? We haven't, because we haven't been in the training centre yet, and there's a reason for that. Because spending too much time in here gets you overpowered. Because there's an enemy called a Grat, which is a giant sort of plant monster thing. And if you manage to get 2 or 3 of them, they drop anywhere between 500 to 700 experience points. And Final Fantasy VIII is unique in the fact that every level up only costs 1,000 experience points to level up. So you can literally get from your starting level, which I think is 5, to level 100 in like the space of like 5 or 6 hours. There you go. These are the monsters in question. They actually have sleep and silence magic, I think, tied to them. You can use Ifrit, and I will stop the other magic you've got. What's for dinner? I haven't made up my mind yet. It's basically going to either be veggie burgers, because why not? Have a good time. Or pie and mash. I'm feeling pie and mash. That's not a bad shout. Let's boost this attack. Beans on toast with grated cheese is such a banging shout. Although I had a Papa John's pizza. Oh man, I'm so jealous. Anyone wants to order me a Papa John's pizza? Whew. Although saying that, don't order anything to my house, because I had the other week I had a phone call. I had a letter come through the post, which was like, we've got a report that some items have been ordered and have been delivered to your house, and you might be in possession of them. So please call our fraud department team. So I called them up, and they were like, "Yeah, items have been delivered to your house. Have you got them?" No. All right, we're going to need to investigate it. Anyway, so that weirded me out a little bit. It made me a little bit itchy, because the way that the lady worded it on the phone was that somebody had like taken my identity and started ordering things, but it wasn't. And then I got a phone call again today from their fraud department team asking me if I'd heard any more, and I was like, no. And they said, well, it's like someone's set up like a fraudulent account and is having things ordered to this address. And I was like, mate, if I can help in any way, absolutely, but can you stop calling me out of the blue? So now there's something to do with a police investigation to do with fraudulent mail, so good times. So yeah, don't order things to my house. Please don't do that. You're going to have bacon pancakes. That sounds amazing. Well, this is the thing, like I thought somebody, the way that the person worded it on the phone to me the other day was, it sounded like somebody had stolen my identity, but it's not. Ah yes, the awkward silence. What time is it? It's fine sending stuff to my address if you've paid for it and it's addressed to me. Absolutely. I Quistis Trep Troopy. I can't say her name. I'm no longer an instructor as of now. I'm a member of Seed now, just like you. Is that all you're going to say? that's how it was decided, you have to abide by it. Don't end the stream just yet. I'll be right back. It is your birthday soon, after all, so I need to be able to send you stuff. Yeah, like I said, I think I told the guy over the phone when he called me. He's like, they're gonna have to do an investigation. I said, that's cool. Anything I can do to help you out, I'm more than happy to. And he said, well, to be fair, it'll probably be passed on to the police, and they'll have to try and work out where these accounts were set up, etc. So, is what it is. Just the sooner they get it sorted, the better. Because I don't want to have to, like, forget about this stupid thing and then get a random phone call out of the blue every other week. It's just annoying me. He's come back as V6 now. I'm very confused. Why have you... I keep forgetting you've got 2 accounts. Oh, good gravy, baby. Ian has now subbed to this account twice, folks. That is dedication. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For those of you that don't know, Ian is my cousin. He's been supporting me since day dot. I've been supporting him since day dot. What a legend. What a man, what a myth, what a legend. Just drop some hype emotes in the chat for me for Ian. Absolute legend. And for those of you that are curious about subscribing with Prime, it's absolutely free to do. So if you've got one, dump it. It directly supports me. You get access to emotes and you get to avoid adverts. Absolute legend. No leadership qualities, failed instructor. Perhaps they're right. They are indeed. They are indeed. Man, that's given me a big old smile. That has, Ian. Thank you so much. And oh look, you've got the little me icon there as well. Look. Please don't be a T-Rex, or 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 it's a T-Rex. No, it's not. Okay, that's good. Mad that you've got 2 accounts. I always forget that you started off with a different one. I forgot to boost. Oh well, never mind. It only became available today, so that's why I couldn't use it on you sooner. The fact that you even thought to use it on me is just breathtaking. I honestly humbled, mate. I need to heal. Can I sort these items, please? Thank you. Let's quickly withdraw this magic over here before we get into another fight. Quick. Come on, what is going... What the fuck was that? What was that about? That's a T-Rex, or run away. Run away. Run, 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 run. See you later. There we go, Blizzard. Oh, for crying out loud. There was only one this time. That's manageable, at least. I'm not fighting the T-Rex for one very specific reason. It has a lot of HP. I've only got a few Blizzard magic items, and Shiva isn't strong enough. I also don't have the sleep junction to my attack yet, and there's a boss coming up. But we will fight that T-Rex or at some point, I promise. It just probably won't be on this stream. How much HP do you want, you stupid brat? There we go. Oh, come on, really? No, run away. It's not happening. See you later. Bye-bye. No one cares. Ta-ta. Please don't hit me. Come on, just run. Run. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're almost there, folks. Oh, my word. Let's just set this thing on fire and leave. That was a fancy little zoom in on Twisticles' face there when she cast that. Good. Right, that's fine. And we learned fire refinement. That's good. HP junction is fine. Oh, we've almost learned ice refinement as well. That's handy. Talking of which, that's just fire. Oh, that's lame. I was kind of hoping we would have more than that, but somebody help! Come on, Squall. And there she is. Squall. Here we go, folks. Last boss of the stream. It's got some armadillos with him. It's a great noise. Now, I don't think this has anything worth drawing, but we're going to give it a go anyway. Oh, shell's not a bad shout. I'll take as many of them as I can. No items in battle for 500 fights, so I'm going to have to be very careful. 5 fights. I'm going to have to be very careful with my cure magic. That's a decent amount of damage. I can get behind that. You were slightly late. No, hang on a minute. We want Twisticles to use a foot still. I would like to scan that boss and find out how much HP it has. Oh, not much. That's fine. That's fine. You need to behave with chucking armadillos at me, mate. That's a bit rude. Should we summon Pete's girlfriend? There we go. Let's summon Pete's girlfriend. How about that? There you go, Pete. Just for you, mate. Bit of Shiva action. Yeah, getting that counter up to 999 with rapid controllers was a good time. What are you going to do now? You haven't got any flipping armadillos to chuck at me, you weirdo. Oh man, I wasted a double. So typical. So typical. Wizard stones, decent. There we go. Ice magic refinement. It's not safe here. Please, let's go. By character whose name we're not supposed to know yet. Who was that? I know who it was. Squall, it's not like everyone can get by on their own, you know. I mean, what a thing to say to somebody as you walk off. Well, I think that's fairly successful. We passed our seed exam. We got some GFs, as it were. And I think... oh, there we go. Finally, there you are. Where the hell were you? I was looking all over the place. We're both members of Seed now, alright? So guess what? We got our own rooms. Your new room's right across the hall from your old one. That's what I was asked to tell you. Man, it took me forever. Yeah, like, I think that's a fairly successful first return to Final Fantasy Fridays. I'm happy with that. We had a good time with that. Got our GFs, passed our seed exam, and I think we're now, yeah, we're about to start on our first seed mission. So I think that's a good place to call it. I'm going to save real quick so I don't mess this up. I don't know if anybody I know is streaming right now, but we'll find out in a second once I load up Twitch-omatosis. Let's have a look, see what's going on. Who's live right now who deserves a raid that I know? So next time we're gonna complete our exam. Not our exam, we're gonna complete our first seed mission, and by complete we'll probably start our first seed mission. Because again, I don't want to ruin it for people that haven't played this game yet. But let's just say this next seed mission might take quite some time to finish, but I reckon we'll do just fine. I don't know if I, like I said, I'm just going to have a look, see if there's anybody that I know personally that is live right now. It doesn't look like there is. Although, if you guys are fans of Final Fantasy, one of my favourite streamers is live right now. His name is Death Unites Us. He's playing Final Fantasy V, and I think you might massively enjoy that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the raid on that one. Please just jump in there when you jump into his chat. Just tell him I sent you, because again, it's a big Twitch streamer. If they notice it, they might chuck us a follow, and we're only 3 away. But yes, I'll stream some more Final Fantasy VIII next week. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But thank you all so much for coming. Yeah, with any luck, you'll enjoy this. You'll enjoy this stream that I'm sending you into raid. Yeah, I think that's pretty much me done, folks. So take care, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, let Deaths Unitas know I sent you. Bye.